Hey everybody, welcome back. So I wanted to do a another video, and in this one I'm going to be talking about opportunity costs. So I haven't completely thought this one through ahead of time like I normally do. I actually just woke up from a nap, and yeah, so I wanted to get this video out there. It's Wednesday, and talk about it a little bit. So if you're not aware, opportunity cost is a really simple idea that comes out of economics, right? So, opportunity cost is the idea that when you do something, right, you're going to take time to do it, and that means that you're going to be taking time that you could be doing something else, and it's a really important thing to be thinking about. And I know a lot of the people who watch this channel are, coming to this channel for IT career advice, um, you know, on their way to being a Linux admin, or somebody who works as a site reliability engineer, or, network engineer or programmer or things along those lines, right? Something in the tech world. And that's kind of exactly what I wanted to talk about, because those two things in my mind kind of go together. Um, I'm on, a number of the subreddits that are about IT career stuff, and I've been seeing a number of different posts lately that have pretty similar threads kind of running through them, where they're threads in a theme kind of sense as opposed to like actual discussions. But similar themes in the sense that people are asking for advice about how to, like, what should they learn to accomplish, and then they list like a bunch of different career possibilities. So, like, I'm looking for a job as a Linux admin, or help desk, or network engineer, like a bunch of different stuff. But maybe not be the best example because it's usually more entry level positions. Um, but the thing that I wanted to talk about is that you're going to need to acquire skills to get one of those jobs. And a lot of those skills overlap, but not all of them do, right? So, for example, I think whether you want to be somebody who's working in DevOps, or as a site reliability engineer, or a sysadmin, you're going to need to know the fundamentals of TCP/IP and general networking stuff, right? So if you're looking at an area to, quote unquote, spend your money when it comes to skills acquisition, I think, basic networking is a good place to focus some of those skills, because, that's going to be something you can apply in a whole bunch of different places. Um, but the reason why I think this is an important thing to sort of, and I want to tie these two concepts together, is because I feel like a lot of people are sort of acquiring the skills first and then looking for the job afterward. And in a sense, that's not a bad idea. If you're acquiring skills based on things that you enjoy, like you're learning Python because you find learning Python really cool and you're enjoying the process of learning Python, I think that's actually a really good way to go do things, because you never really know exactly where the market's going to go. So if you're continuously acquiring skills and you're continuously getting better, and you're doing that around things and technologies that you enjoy, you're generally going to be fine in terms of a career. I think that's not a bad idea. But if you're just trying to get into technology and you're sort of in the early phase of your career and you're kind of going scattershot for what kind of job you want to pick, what you want to end up doing, that's not necessarily the best idea, because if you learn one thing, that means that you're not spending the time learning something else. And if you don't know what your target is, then it's very easy to kind of not acquire skills that are going to actually send you in that direction. So I think the main brunt of this, and this is going to be a fairly quick video, is the idea that when you're looking at skills, try to reverse engineer it so that you're spending your time in as focused a way as possible. And also look for skills, if you're not sure exactly what you want to do, that are going to be relevant across multiple disciplines, right? So a programming language, right? You're going to be able to go use that across a whole bunch of different disciplines. Networking, you're going to be able to learn that across a whole bunch of disciplines. Understanding how Unix or Linux operating systems work, you're going to be able to use that across a whole range of disciplines. Um, but if you were to learn JavaScript, right? It's not a bad thing if that's being driven by your interest. Okay, that's definitely potentially useful, and we're seeing more and more people using Node as a way to kind of do automation stuff. But if you're looking specifically for like a Linux admin job, Node may not be the most useful one. If you're looking at learning like Redis, right? It's great if you want to write software and do web development stuff. And it may not be a bad thing to learn as, a Unix admin or Linux admin. It's not, particularly difficult either, but that's time that you could be using to learn MySQL or Postgres. And if you go look at the potential jobs out there for something like a more traditional database, like a Postgres, I think that's going to be, worth your money more. So whenever you're looking at what kind of skills you want to acquire, what kind of you want to do as a career, try to sort of reverse engineer it, and then don't invest a whole bunch of time in one technology without sort of giving some thought to where that's going to take you. And I know that may seem common sense, that this may just be something that doesn't even need to be said. But I felt like based on those posts, I saw a bunch of people that were just kind of going scattershot. And if you can pick the destination, if you can pick the job that you want, and I mentioned this in a couple other videos. So for you guys who are new to this channel, if you go back and you look at some of the videos that I've done on reverse engineering a resume, you can sort of see the mentality that I have for it, and I think it's a really useful technique where you look at the jobs that you want and you look at the skills that are required to get them. And then you either, in my examples, you write the resume to sort of, match the job that you're applying for. But in this case, if you're really early on, what you can do, and even if you're not there yet, you look for jobs that are, 2 or 3 levels beyond what you're ready to do now. And then you go take those posts and you look at the skills that they have. And if you're not 100% sure, like what exactly you want to end up. And that's completely fair, especially if you're very new to this. Like if you haven't worked in the sector yet, and you're not sure if you want to do like a DevOps kind of gig, or if you want to be a traditional sysadmin or whatever it is. Well, maybe look at a few different job posts and then try to go find the things that they all have in common, right? What are the particular skills that you could apply across all of those? And then if you're looking at trying to go take some classes or do some self-study or whatever it is, where you're going to go acquire some skills in order to go ahead and learn this stuff, you can tailor that to the skills that they have in common, right? So I think that's a fairly quick little video this week, but that's the idea that I wanted to go talk about. And speaking of skills acquisition and training, I need to get back to work because I've got a class that I'm developing for the LPI Linux Essentials stuff, and I'm a little bit behind on that, so I gotta get back and sort of hit the books, as it were, to go put that together. Yeah, I'm gonna go shut up. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I'll see you guys in another video, and take care of yourselves. Have a great rest of your week.